Everybody, it is Browns game 3 of the preseason, and we are in Atlanta today. Welcome everybody to the Brownie Post Game live stream pregame show. Today, as always, we've got my dad who's there, Brownie Post Dan, I guess over there I should point, and we have a special guest. Tajay Evans. Tajay is a big fan, and also was, if you guys were following on Twitter this week, Tajay was the one who actually reached out and offered to sponsor the jersey giveaway. So, Tajay, welcome to the Brownie Post Game Show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
We're very excited to have you on as well. How excited are you for Game 3 to see the starters, or at least Baker, play today?
I'm extremely excited to see Baker. Of course, just like all other fans, I'm nervous to watch the starters, but I'm excited to see them in their first stint for live action again.
Yeah, absolutely. Dad, welcome as well.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Welcome, Taj.
Yeah. What are you looking at, Dad, in terms of today? Are you worried at all about Baker playing and putting him out there to possibly, get stung?
Yeah, like we talked a little bit before we went on air. I mean, the Dobbins injury last night was horrible. To lose your one of your best, if not your best, running back in a preseason game I watched the play, and it was a relatively innocent play. It wasn't a cheap shot or anything. He just cut back. His foot got planted. He couldn't turn it, and then he got hit, and it was immediate. I mean, everybody knew it was a serious injury. He wasn't coming back from this, and I think today it was determined that it was an ACL tear, and he's gone for the season. So I am scared about that. I hope they don't put Baker in those deep drops and let the pocket collapse on him. Roll him out, get rid of the ball, short, step drops, that type of thing.
Right.
And get him out of there. They played, watching the games yesterday and today. They played Lawrence in the Jacksonville game, and they also played Burrow in the Cincinnati game. And Burrow played 3 snaps and he was gone. 3 snaps and he was gone.
Probably good.
But Lawrence played, I think, almost the whole first half and did well. And I think he played Dallas, and they beat up Dallas pretty good. Maybe it was their first string against Dallas's second string defense.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, no injuries by anybody, especially Baker. I hope they don't even play Chubb and Hunt, because there's no reason really to play those guys. We know what they can do, whatever. Play some of the other guys that need some snaps and so forth. Great. But if Baker does play, I want him to play like Brady and Mahomes. They had him in there for 1 or 2 series, and they drove him right down both guys drove him right down the field and scored and made it look easy. And that is what I'm hoping that Baker can do. Have 1 or 2 series, drive him down, maybe throws a touchdown, maybe they run it in, maybe they kick a field goal, and then get him off the field.
Yeah, 100%. Tajay, what are your thoughts on it? Like, are you nervous at all about playing the starters in preseason?
Of course, just like every other fan. I mean, no one wants to, their top players to get hurt. But again, there's nothing like, game reps. I'm sure they've had a solid training camp, but, with our struggles, especially going with season openers, and we're going against a powerhouse, I think we needed some of those live reps. Mahomes got it, so he looks like he's pretty, Mahomes, normal Mahomes. So we want to make sure that Baker is not getting into game playing shape during the first game. So I think this game will be great for him.
Yeah,
I think so too.
And to be honest, I think I don't I don't necessarily want to see Chubb or Hunt play. I think that we could give these are proven entities. These are two of the best running backs in the league. And they're in a danger type position. I don't want to lose them like Dobbins. Like that's tragic. It reminded me of when Michael Vick got his leg broken in preseason. It's like it's silly to do that. Now I do understand from Tajay, what you were saying as well about like get Baker some game reps just to get back to the speed of the game, right? Like that doesn't hurt. Dad, you were saying Mahomes has been out there and Burrow was out there and Trevor Lawrence is out. So yeah, I get that. That's totally okay. But
Big Ben too. Big Ben has been playing the last 2 games. So
yeah, let's get a couple reps. If Baker's going to be out there, because Stefanski didn't say exactly who the starters were, but if Baker's going to be out there, then you better believe the starting offensive line is going to be out there.
I hope so.
For sure.
We got to protect him. And then, I got no problem with D'Ernest Johnson being back there. I got no problem, with, Felton taking some snaps, Stanton taking some snaps, everybody getting a couple carries. But, and then in terms of we'd be absolutely insane to put OBJ out there. Insane. And if you're not going to put OBJ out there, then don't put Jarvis Landry out there. Right. It's not like we don't have to do that. Put in Peoples-Jones, put in Higgins. Let's see Schwartz maybe. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that. So the reality of today's game, get Baker a couple reps, get him in and out of the game very quickly. Every snap that he's in, I'm going to be holding my breath. I just am. I don't need Baker to go down to some silly injury in a dome. But with our offensive line, I will tell you, I feel much better knowing that those guys are out there to protect him because those guys take their job seriously. So that's the good news. Also, really quick, everybody, I want to give some shout outs to everybody in the chat. Keith C's out there, Gary, Faison, Troy, DF Sports, Ryan Brown, Hambone, Shane, Ray, TJ. Everybody out there in chat, want to say welcome. Also, just really quick to shout out to some of the sponsors. Sabo Apparel, we're going to be doing a t-shirt giveaway in the pregame show, so hang tight. We're doing a t-shirt giveaway today. Schlegel Law up there in Columbus and dogwoofs.com right now are helping out. Couple other cool, exciting announcements that we have going on today. We have some good things going on. The channel is officially monetized. There's a couple little things that I have to wait for approval to come through on like some of the emojis and stickers and stuff like that. I don't know if this is possible or not. You guys can tell me if the join channel option appears. Again, preseason, not that big a deal, but all of this stuff is going to be live during the regular season 100%, which is like 2 weeks away. So you will be able to officially not just subscribe, but join the channel in a couple weeks, which is awesome. If not, it could be on right now. I don't know. I've just been messing with all the settings. There's going to be special membership little badges that you're going to get. There's different tiers you can get if you want to support the channel. All that kind of stuff is coming, which is really fun and exciting. A couple other things. We have gotten the green light to give away free Victory Monday mugs on the Wednesday show. So Victory Monday mugs will be given out on the Wednesday with me and Mike Restano. So I know everybody's excited about that. Rosano put the Wednesday mug on the map, and now we've been in communication with the owners of Cleveland Clothing Co. for the free Victory Monday mug giveaway. So bunch of really cool stuff. Plus, if you guys were paying attention on Twitter, Tajay and I were giving away Odell Beckham jerseys all week. We gave away 10 jerseys, which is awesome. So they went to very good homes. And again, super, super thankful for Tajay for reaching out and offering to do that. I thought that was amazingly, charitable. And I think that's awesome. And a whole bunch of people got new. And so it started off, by the way, as we were just going to do like the old, the legend jersey, which is like this one. It's like the fabric one. But then they kind of ran out, and then they discounted the vapor one, which is the really, really nice one. Tajay, who are you wearing today?
Baker, of course. Baker, got to watch him today, so I want to wear his jersey, just supporting.
Beautiful. And is it the game version? Is it the vapor? Is it the elite? Which one is it? Do you know?
It's the elite one.
The elite one. Okay, dude. I mean, anybody who's I don't think I own an elite. I own maybe one vape. Most of them are the game version, which are the kind of mid tier one, and then this Chubb orange one. Me and Slim Dog are like all over the orange, but this is my favorite one by far. I was considering, so I bought the Tyrod last week, and I did buy myself one of the OBJs that was on sale. For some reason, mine hasn't arrived. Everybody else got theirs. Mine hasn't arrived yet. I was thinking about wearing it, but I can't. I love this jersey so much, and it's a Nick Chubb, who is currently my favorite player in the Browns. So big ups to that. Dad, what are you wearing today for the game?
Got my Cleveland Browns T-shirt. Nice one. I'm saving the jerseys for the game. I'll probably wear a Baker one for the first real game, that type of thing.
And the hat?
A hat. I got the Veterans Army green Browns hat that Mike gave me last week, and I want to thank Taj for his service in the military. He's in the Navy, and we need to give him all the support we can for the times that we're going through now. I'm not too far away from Dover, where our boys are coming back, who just were in that conflict out there. So
yeah, and there's I don't know if you guys saw, the first guy that was actually they released the name of one of the casualties that happened in the bombing was that one guy, Max. I can't pronounce his last name. It starts with an S. But he was from Ohio, right outside of Cleveland, and a Browns fan. And my son,
I didn't see that.
My son's name is Max, and when I saw that, Rosano and I had been talking back and forth on Twitter, and it's the hardest thing in the world for a kid like that to have lost his life like that. And I know people sign up, and Taj, you sign up as well, and you guys put your life on the line for this country, and we can't thank you enough. I mean,
right.
From the bottom of my heart, I respect everything that you guys do, guys and girls, and I think it's tremendously amazing. And again, I know we said thank you before, but I just want to say thank you again, because it's a very, very important thing. And Dad, you as well, for having served as well.
I think everybody should serve. I think the Israelis got it right. They make every citizen serve in one capacity. I don't care if you serve in the Peace Corps or where you serve, but you should serve your country at least for 2 to 4 years, and you get a different perspective. Believe me, coming out of the military or coming out of some service, as to what this country provides and what is not provided throughout most of the world. And so again, Taj, thank you for your service.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Guys,
Okay.
On a lighter note, we do have, and the guys in the chat are talking about this too, we got cuts coming up. I've got I was sent some insider information that it's being floated around that a guy like Kadero Hodge may not be on the final roster. Taj, I want to throw this to you. Is there anybody that you've seen in the preseason or is currently on the roster right now that you think might be on the bubble going into final cuts?
Probably my big pick would probably be one of the receivers. I think we're going to probably carry quite a few receivers. We have Schwartz, we have some young receivers, so they'll probably make the team since we just spent draft picks on them. I think Higgins is safe. And so pretty much the outside person is going to be Hodge, because we have Felton that could do a little bit of both. He can run the ball, plus he can receive. So I think he'll probably be the surprise cut, because a lot of people like him and he's pretty talented. But unfortunately, which is a good thing for us, we have a lot of talented people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's one of the only guys who has some decent size. That's my only concern, because I think besides Hodge, I think it goes to Higgins, might be our next biggest wide receiver. So, but we make up for it. And I mean, Higgins might run the cleanest route out of anybody on the team. And then, the hands guys with Jarvis and then Odell, who can take the top off of you. and then Felton. I think Felton. The interesting thing about that guy. And Schwartz can take the top off of you too. At least what he's clocked at. I think the interesting thing about Felton is he could play this like sort of like Danny Woodhead, Wes Welker type role, which is really dangerous in the NFL. It's one of those things that more and more players are becoming utility type guys. You're not seeing the pure running back type guy anymore that's out there. Even Chubb, I bet you we throw the ball more to Chubb this year than we ever have. Even with Kareem Hunt, I think we're going to dump the ball off to Chubb. If you guys noticed in the first couple preseason games, the amount of screen passes that we were doing, and those are reps. It doesn't matter which running back they're going to. Screen passes have historically worked very, very well. And for all intents and purposes, the most talented guy out there is going to be Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt at any given time. And just like when I was a kid and we would just get the ball in Metcalf's hands, right? We're going to have to look for opportunities to get it in these guys' hands, and dumping it off in screen passes. I hope to see that happening. But yeah, in terms of the cut stuff, Hodge, unfortunately, could be on the outside looking in. I don't know if there's any other surprise guys that I saw on the list, but I think that I still think, I've said it before, and I still think Mack Wilson's got some stuff to prove. I still think Greedy Williams has some stuff to prove, although I think they're in the plan. I think they're in Stefanski and the team's plans, but, I don't know how much room they got. I mean, we got to see some stuff here, right? So, yeah, I also wanted to, we talked a little bit about the injury to Dobbins, but in terms of what you guys have seen, Dad, I know you've watched all the preseason games. Tajay, have you been watching the other preseason games, like the Bengals, the Ravens, the Steelers?
A little bit of it, yes.
What is your take so far in division? I mean, from what you've seen in preseason, are you thinking similar results to last year? Talk to me about your feelings on that.
Yeah, so I don't think the Bengals. I think they're a few years away. Their offensive line is atrocious. I don't think they're going to be able to protect Burrow this year again. And going in our division where you have the T.J. Watts, the Myles Garretts, the Clowneys, he's not going to be able. It's not going to work out well for him. But the Steelers are going to be an interesting team because I think that the team is going to live and it's going to die by Big Ben. And so if we get a similar Big Ben last year where he was he really couldn't make the deep pass because they have some receivers that can pretty much take the top off. If he's going to be limited, they're going to rely on their run game a lot. And so it just depends on how that goes. Their run game is probably going to be a lot better this year. I think the Steelers are going to be a lot better than people are giving them credit. I wouldn't be surprised if they win at least 8 or 9 games and have a chance for the playoffs this year. But of course, the Ravens are going to be the biggest threat.
Taj, what do you think of the Steelers picking up Schobert and putting him immediately as their middle linebacker?
I think it was telling to let you know that their defense needs some help.
Right.
I love Schobert. I loved his time here. But he had some problems when it came to tackling and with his speed. And so I think he's going to struggle, specifically playing against us. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with a Nick Chubb or a Kareem Hunt. But I think it was a solid pickup for them.
Yeah, and they threw him in right away. I mean, he was playing middle linebacker the first week he was traded for. And they also gave him the green dot for communication. So he is the guy that's calling the play. He's got the experience. He's been in the league, so they knew what they were getting. They weren't getting a dominating lineman or linebacker, but they were getting a solid player who makes a lot of tackles. But he can be taken advantage of as well.
Yeah, and they're paying a lot for him.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. And if you look just going off of PFF, he was not a very effective linebacker last year. So I guess they're looking for the experience over production, but they lost a lot of key guys. They lost Bud Dupree. They lost good players.
Right.
So, and I think Najee Harris is absolutely an upgrade over Connors, but is how much? Like I think really comes down to just that offensive line. They lost Alejandro. I want to say Venezuela, but I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. But the dude he went to Baltimore, right? So they lost some guys,
Right.
and I think they want to be a running team, right? I think they learned from last year that you can't put it all on Ben and say Ben win us games. It might in the beginning of the season, but the longer it goes, this is a big old man. You don't want to let him out there and take the hits and the offensive line being able to protect him. They're gonna have to do some stuff. I think you're right, Tajay. I think you're right. I think 8-9 would be fair because we have the extra game this season. Could they win 10? It's possible. It's possible, but I think we see a decline a little bit there. And I'm with you on the Bengals. The Bengals they're just not there yet.
No, they need more draft picks. They need some offensive line. They maybe need a couple of receivers, and they need a defense that's not going to give up 40 points. So I mean, they're a ways away. But Baltimore is clearly going to be the team we have to beat, and we hopefully we can beat Pittsburgh twice as well, and then we'll be in the hunt. So I think we're going to be very competitive.
It's all going to come down to Lamar Jackson. That personally, I think it's Lamar Jackson. I think he is personally the scariest guy in the league because if nothing else, there's really not another team outside of maybe Arizona that you'd have to kind of game plan a certain way to be able to beat them. And
he played last night too. They put him in, and he played the first two series. And I think one of the announcers said when he tucked it and started to go up the middle, and some lineman hit him, sort of blindsided him and hit him and knocked him down pretty good. That there was a collective sigh of relief when he got up and walked back to the huddle that he wasn't hurt. But
I'm going to be watching that. I'm going to be watching for that tonight with Baker.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Baker gets touched, I'm going to be holding my breath because I will tell you guys, this is the most talent that I've seen in Cleveland in my certainly in my adult life, but possibly in my life. And I don't want to see us have to go with like a Case Keenum other than if we're up by 40 points, or if Baker, just has to take a break for a series or two. I do not want to see Case Keenum because even with all the talent in the world, I don't think that guy can take us to the promised land, whereas Baker is the guy who I think we can absolutely do that.
Right.
So, all right, guys. We happen to be using the Hangouts that end because I accidentally sent the wrong Hangouts link. So this call is my call with you two is gonna end in 10 minutes. Just so we know. I just got the notice of that. So again, next week we'll do it. We'll make sure that we're using the right link.
Let me. I did a little research because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I'm excited about this game. Excited about seeing Baker. Hope we don't get any injuries. But the second thing that I think is the most important thing coming out of this game going to Tuesday at 4:00 is who's going to make the final roster. Obviously, some guys can make some plays tonight on the second and third string. But we have to go from 80 players to 53 players on Tuesday by 4:00. And that's a lot of players, a lot of guys that we know that we've been watching through the spring training and draft and everything else that we've been watching that we get comfortable with, and we get, fan favorites, and we don't want to lose them and so forth. So I did a little research as to what happens, at 4:00 on Tuesday. And this is what I found, and chat can chime in, you guys can chime in too, that we are allowed to have 16 players on the practice squad.
Mhm.
And that sounds like a lot. And certainly if that was just the way it is, we would keep all the players that we're comfortable with and we wouldn't worry about it. Somebody goes down, we bring a named player up from the practice squad who played with us and blah, blah, blah. Well, it's not quite that simple. I went and I looked up the rules for being on the practice squad. And in order to get on the practice squad from this cut down from 80 to 53, you first have to clear waivers.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, and we know what that is. That means every other team will have a shot at everybody that we cut on Tuesday. And, that list will be announced. And then the waiver wire pickup or drop will happen. Now, it'll happen for other teams, it's all other 32 teams. So it's a double-edged sword from the standpoint, all right, our guys are at risk that we know and feel comfortable with, that we drafted, that we held on to, that we practice with. But then our guys, I'm sure, are scouring the preseason games, the videotape, etc., on every player that potentially is going to be cut on Tuesday afternoon. And here's the other interesting point. If you can't just protect your players, obviously, because of the waiver wire, but if you do go out and pick up a player off the waiver wire, you have to sign them and put them on your 53-man roster for at least 2 weeks.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that is big for other teams as well as for us. So if we do see somebody cut by the Steelers, the Patriots, the Chargers, whomever, that fits into our scheme of things, that we have a weakness that we haven't really talked about, but yet we know, being the coaches and the front office staff, that we want to plug, and we pick up somebody, that means just because you make that 53-man team on Tuesday afternoon, you could be gone, and we'd have to cut one of our players to pick up somebody.
Yeah.
And other teams are, who don't have the depth that we have. In the past, we had tremendous holes. So we were picking up guys left and right at the last minute, dropping guys. That's not the case anymore. We have a solid 53-man roster. So it'll be really interesting starting Tuesday afternoon to see if we go after anybody and who gets picked up that doesn't clear waivers so that we can put them as one of our 16 guys on the practice squad.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to those practice squad guys, I think we have so much talent right now that I would be very surprised if we were to go away from the 80 plus guys that we have now and sign somebody off somebody else's practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
Typically that only happens when it's a critical role or there's some relationship that somebody knows something about and we need to snag something. But
right.
like Garrett Gilbert, getting snagged off of our
right.
practice squad, right? So
right.
I think that was a missed opportunity having him there, but it is what it is. There was a Troy Kozlowski said that he thinks that JoJo is going to be gone as well, JoJo Natson. Which, yes, you're right. I mean,
it could be.
I don't know how we can't keep like 11 wide receivers. We just can't. So I could see JoJo being a guy who would be delegated to the practice squad. He hasn't really played because he was hurt all last year. And I don't see another team necessarily jumping up to snag him, right? So he might be a guy that we could do that. And then if we have an injury, Higgins pulled up a little bit limp the other day. Obviously Odell it's really tough to get Odell through 17 weeks or 18 weeks. How many weeks do we have now? So to get him through a full season is going to be a little bit, suspect as well. So we got to have some of these guys that don't make it that we delegate.
How about this guy?
It's gonna be weird.
Davion Davis. who's had a tremendous spring, training.
He's going to be out two games for the DUI that he had in Minnesota.
Yeah, but do you put him as part of your 53 to protect him? Don't put him on the waiver wire for somebody to pick up.
I don't see how you can. Like Tajay, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think they let him go. I think he's talented. I think he would have had a chance for the practice squad, but since they're so, they're so deep at the wide receiver position, they don't have to hold on to the possible players, especially that's having off the field problems. On the topic about the waiver, I agree with you. I don't think that we're gonna specifically go hard at the waiver, but I could see a scenario where we would. I think that this final preseason game is going to be big for solidifying who's going to be our returners in the game. And if they feel like our returner is not solid, I can definitely see us going on the waiver and grabbing a special teamer to come in and fill that role.
Yeah. I think special teams right now, guys, if I'm being perfectly honest, is my only fear right now. For this season, it is my only fear because now with the kicker situation, McLaughlin, I guess we'll see. We have Dan Isle who came in. Dan Isle came in from Ireland. He says world team. We've got two guys from over on that side of the world. Well, I guess McLaughlin's not, but the name is right. The name is, I guess, Scottish, right? So we got Gillum and we've got Chase McLaughlin from over there, and I guess we'll see. But I think that's what I'm most afraid of is the special team situation. I thought honestly we were drafting Schwartz to be that kick returner, punt returner, with his world-class speed. So that's where I was thinking. I don't know, Tajay.
He's from Pembroke Pines in Florida, Mike.
Who's that?
Schwartz.
Is he?
Yeah, he went to Auburn, and I printed out the roster sheet because I'm not familiar with some of these numbers, and I'm watching the guys in the game, and I'm saying, well, who is number 4? I never saw number 4 other than the kicker, years ago.
This is number 4, Walker. I think Walker's number 4.
Walker, yeah, and he hasn't played. He hasn't played much, but he got in the game, I guess, the last game early, and he's playing linebacker. And I said, "What? Why is 4 playing linebacker?" They screwed up all the numbers. So I printed out the sheet, and I did an exercise of trying to pick my 53, and it was tough. I mean, the guys that we're familiar with are just not going to make the 53. They're going to go on the waiver wire, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, we just picked up this guy Kyle Markway as a I guess he's a tight end, and we thought we had plenty of tight ends. Why did we bring him in as a tight end person? I can't imagine unless he has an outstanding game and he's only had one year or he's a rookie, one or the other. I don't see him with much experience at all. So why we went after him?
And I lost there. There you go. We lost our call. So let me. I'll pick up from where we stood there. So guys, yeah, I think what my dad was saying is like, why are we picking up some of these guys? Where do they come from? By the way, it just ended the call because I used a Hangout link that was limited to a certain amount of time. So if I don't get to say goodbye to both of you guys, my dad obviously will be able to talk to you. But Tajay, thank you very much. I'm gonna put Tajay's his Twitter handle in there. Everybody, if you can do me a favor, go follow this guy on Twitter, Tajay Evans Esquire on Twitter right now if you can, and also click the like button on the link on the live stream. Click the like button, make sure that you get that alert and everything like that. Subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. Do that thing. Yeah, don't worry. This is preseason stuff, right? This preseason, you get your hiccups out, right? You give your guest the wrong link during preseason. That's what it's all about. We got to get ready. We got to get tuned up for Kansas City. We can't have these type of mistakes when we go live for the Kansas City game, right? Last week they were asking, is Ristano being held out of held out of the preseason? You know, yes, absolutely. We're holding out. We've got guys like Ristano. Again, you got to keep them. You got to keep them fresh. You got to get those legs fresh for the Wednesday show. We're going to be giving out Victory Monday mugs every Wednesday show, every Victory Monday on the Wednesday show. We're going to be giving out the mug. And I can't risk bringing in Ristano in the preseason and having something go wrong and then him not be there vocally for the Wednesday show. I can't risk that. So I'm not, unlike Kevin Stefanski, who's willing to roll out that starter for in the preseason. I for one am not willing to do that. But again, thank you very much to my dad and for Tajay for joining the pregame show. A couple other things, guys. I really don't. The Falcons. If you have any Falcons fans in here, thank you for watching. But I did zero pregame analysis on the Falcons. Do not really care much about your team enough to give enough effort to look into it. Obviously, I know you've got Calvin Ridley and Matt Wright. It doesn't matter. This is just an exhibition. And we're not going to play you during the regular season. And there's a really good chance we're not going to meet in the Super Bowl. So, let's go out there. Let's all make sure that we stay healthy today. Health is the name of the game. Because without health, you got nothing. Right? So let's make sure that we stay healthy. We don't have a Dobbins-like situation here in this final preseason game. Something that could impact us for the season. Couple other things, as I said before, monetization should be there. I don't know if anybody in chat, can you let me know if the monetization features are showing up there for you? It should say like join channel or stuff. It looked like it was still in the review period, but I'm not sure if it shows it or not. So if there's the ability to join and actually subscribe, join the channel. I don't think super chats are turned on yet, but super chats are going to be another thing coming up for the regular season. Super excited about that. Want to give out some other shout outs. Mario G is in the house. We got Ara is in the house. John Schlegel is here. My dad is now joined from the chat. Dad, sorry about that. And Tajay, again, sorry that I gave you the wrong link. Apologies. American Saxons in the house. So we got a lot of the regulars that are showing up. Call on Tyrone's here. Typical Gamer 2002 is in the house. Space Expert, B Black, Shane Garrett, CH is in here. Of course, we've got Cleveland BCI in the house, right? Guys, thank you guys very much for being here. In terms of the other things going on right now, it's just let's get through the preseason. Let's get through it. Mary, how's it going? Mary's in the house too. Let's get through the preseason. Let's have one more very safe night. Let's get through it. Kick the rust off. Give Baker a couple drives. That should be fine. No biggie. And then let's just keep marching towards the regular season. We have a bunch of big plans for the regular season. We got a new video showing up here for a new subscriber, Little Theorist. Thank you for subscribing. We've got a bunch of cool stuff coming up in terms of hype videos and everything. And as we're getting close here, who's Ryan Brown? Who is ready for the Sabo Apparel t-shirt giveaway? Let's get it on Sabo. So type 1 to 100 now for Sabo shirt. Go. All right, everybody, type your 1 to 100. I've got my number in there. It is in. Hands off the keyboard. So go ahead, everybody, type in your numbers. 1 to 100. You get to put in one number. So if you type in more than one number, you're disqualified. Whoever's closest to the number that I put in is the winner of the Sabo Apparel t-shirt. And as we go through that. Also, everybody, in order for a chance to win, you got to hit the like button on this stream. So everybody smash, and I say smash the like button. Hit it. Give us some love there as well. Absolutely do that. And you know what, Danielle, if you happen to win, we're sending that shirt to Ireland. I don't care if I got to cover the cost of shipping. We're sending that shirt to Ireland because we are the world's team, and that is that's a place where we just need more Browns fans. You know, we got Paul Brown UK. We got Paul Brown UK, but we don't have Paul Brown Ireland. Right. So everybody get your numbers in. And yeah, so we're chiming away. We've got the Browns game starting off here. It's at 8:00. It looks like it's Sunday Night Football, so it looks like it's on NBC. So you guys can keep me honest on that as well. I'm gonna go out and actually meet a friend from work to watch the preseason game tonight. Heading over to Park Pizza here in Orlando, Florida. If you happen to be in Orlando and you want to watch the game with a couple guys, I will be at Park Pizza in Lake Nona, rocking my orange Nick Chubb jersey. So, and I swear to God, if somebody comes up to me and be like, "Are you Mike from Brownie Post Game?" I'm buying you a beer on the spot. On the spot. Not even gonna think twice. Just go, "What beer would you like, my friend?" So, and I know we got some Ellis in Orlando wants to come out. I should have said, "Hey man, I'm going to be out at the bar." We just put it together kind of last minute. I forgot to even do that, but I got to get together with Ellis at some point as well. That guy, Ellis in Orlando, by far one of the best guys to follow on Twitter. That guy's my friend, and highly recommend that. All right, I think we're getting close. I think we've given everybody enough time. Let me see. Is any other numbers trickling in? I don't think any other numbers are trickling in. Okay, the number was 8. All right, so let me go back. We have Brotherhood LLC's at 6. Megan Evans is a 9. Winner is Megan Evans. Megan, congratulations. Send me an email. Let me put all the information in here. Winner is Megan Evans. Shoot me an email. browniepostgame@gmail.com. It's pretty easy, Megan. browniepostgame@gmail.com. Send me an email with a t-shirt that you would like from Sabo Apparel. Give me the t-shirt, give me the size, and give me your address, and I will get it out to those guys right away. So congratulations, Megan. We will be giving out another one. You know what? I probably do have the green light to give out a second one on the post-game show. So if you guys join afterwards, I'm not 100% sure on that, so I might have to reach out to my people at Sabo and find out if they're going to give me one for the Wednesday show. So maybe I hold on to till Wednesday. So Megan, make sure you shoot me out that email as well. Pick yourself out a nice Sabo Apparel. I was wearing my Scottish Hammer t-shirt from Sabo Apparel today. It's a really cool t-shirt and it fits really well. Very soft. We're also going to be doing some stuff with Homage. Homage has a t-shirt that commemorates the Bottlegate game. It's and with the dates and everything like that. So we're going to do a promotion for the Bottlegate game. Yes, you absolutely you count. That's awesome. So Tajay's wife wins. That's amazing. I swear to God, I did not know that. I picked a random number and she was closest to it. So, GG's, that's amazing. I got to send him a text message and be like, "Hey, I'm sending your wife a free t-shirt." It's the least I can do. By the way, Tajay and Megan are season ticket holders, and they're from Jacksonville, so they go up to the game. So, guys, when my dad and I come up for the Steelers game on Halloween, we got to get together do some tailgating. I'm sure Rastano is going to be there to get together and do some tailgating with everybody. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. So I will leave it up to you guys if you have any questions going into it. American Saxon, if you want to wear the power of the merch giveaways, Mike, I wore my America's Team Clee shirt to Cedar Point when I was on vacay, and I hit a Steelers fan in the bumper cars. That's beautiful. Hit them hard, Saxon. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, and we're going to be doing I'm actually set up to do tomorrow night empty backfield. We're going to be playing a little Madden. We're going to do Browns versus Steelers tomorrow. And this is just what we have on the docket. With Percival Garner III. If you guys know Percy, he is a retired Indians player and motivational speaker. And Percy Garner is how you can find him on Twitter. So I've been talking because he's a Madden player and he plays on PC. Most people play on like PlayStation or Xbox. And I hit him up. I'm like, look, man, I'm terrible at Madden, but I think it'd be fun to play. And he's a Steelers fan. He's from Ohio, but he's a Steelers fan, so he's one of those. But he said he doesn't hate the Browns or anything. He doesn't hate them. So, but it's gonna be fun. I thought it'd be great to play a little Madden Browns versus Steelers, getting his perspective on the team and everything as well. Jess Beamer says, appreciate the efforts you guys make and the channel, brother. Helps since I don't have cable and didn't feel like going to a bar. Absolutely, Jesse. Absolutely, my man. Hambones in the house. Yeah, no, I mean, so we're going to be doing some stuff. We're going to be doing some Madden. We're going to be doing some empty backfield. When I first started this channel as well, I started off doing, some commentary type videos, my favorite players, some stories, and I'm going to get back to doing some of that stuff as well, which are just going to be regular uploads to the channel, not just the live content and not just the hype video type stuff, but regular uploads of just, and I used to call it Mike's Takes. So we're going to bring back Mike's Takes this season as well. So just a bunch of cool stuff going on. Obviously, my dad's going to be joining me, especially when he moves down here, when he gets down here to Florida in a couple weeks. So he'll be live in South Florida. We're going to be watching. I'm pretty sure we're going to be watching almost every game together this year, other than maybe the first one or two. And then we're going up to the Steelers game, which is the first time we're going to be going to First Energy Stadium. First time we're going to be going back to Cleveland since the municipal stadium days in the early 90s. So maybe since we're going to get in on Saturday, maybe we do like a Brownie post-game meetup Saturday night and, go and get some food together. If anybody's up there in Cleveland and wants to hang out, do a Saturday night Brownie post-game get together. I'll get some stuff from the sponsors, some giveaway stuff, hang out at a bar, eat some wings, drink some beers, and, talk about the Browns, and everybody can meet for the first time. If you happen to be in Northern Ohio, in the Cleveland area, my dad and I are going to be staying downtown. I think we're staying at the Marriott downtown. So it'll be great. The Ravens still have their top running back. Was it Gus Edwards? Yeah, you're right, Shane. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think losing J.K. Dobbins was a big deal for the Ravens. And I hope Stefanski looked at that and said, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. We have enough. You can get hurt in practice. You can get hurt walking down the street. You can get hurt just sleeping wrong. You get a neck injury, an arm injury, something like that. Just laying on your side the wrong way in your sleep, let alone having this for, an actual preseason game. It's not worth it. So I'm really praying to God that we don't have any injuries tonight, because it just seems silly. Shane says, count me in, season ticket member. I love it. The other thing too, guys, so let me tell you this. I'll give you guys some insight on one of the goals that my dad and I had for this channel when we first started it. We wanted to give away tickets to every single home Browns game. Like, our goal is to do a giveaway during the post-game show for minimum two seats to every Browns game. That is a goal that we have. And I'm thinking about just hopping onto the waiting list for season tickets and seeing what happens. I think now the season ticket wait list is probably stupid, but it might be something to do. Or, God forbid, we are monetizing the channel. The channel is now officially YouTube partnered, and so we have the ability to subscribe, to do super chats, a whole bunch of cool stuff like that. Patreon obviously exists there at the bottom. Anybody who joins the channel with the subscribe features or does any of that kind of stuff, I'm going to put your name in the bottom as well as a channel supporter, a member of the Brownie Post Game family, as they say. So I'm going to add you down there as well. So you can support us on Patreon. You can support us right here live on the channel, which is awesome. And hopefully one day we're going to get to a point where we can actually give away tickets to Browns fans every single week. That would be, it'd just be a personal goal. Tickets to NFL games are not cheap anymore. And that would be just a wild, awesome thing to do. I know it would be a big goal that my dad and I want to check off our list. So, but who knows? Maybe we start off the season, we give away a couple tickets and see how it goes. Things are going pretty good so far with the Patreon and everything. Plus, we have another potential sponsor who I'm talking to next week who may help that dream become a reality much quicker. Depending upon what kind of relationship we end up going with these guys. So Cleveland BCI says ESPN's Edwards and Chubb are the only backs to record 5+ yards per carry and a minimum of 700 yards in their first 3 seasons. Sounds weird, but I read that right. Yeah, Gus Edwards did that? Huh. I'll have to look at the PFF. By the way, another thing is we signed up for PFF Elite today. So there's a 30% off promotion right now. So we bought the annual Elite membership. So we're going to be doing big time PFF analysis this year, especially on the Wednesday show. I'm going to save all of the PFF analysis for the Browns players for the Wednesday show. I've handed the keys to Ristano. He's got the login. So we will be doing PFFs like we usually do on the Wednesday show. So anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, get subscribed and hit the bell icon and hit the like button right now on the video. If you happen to like it, toss us a like. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. But then also come back for the Wednesday show because we're going to be doing giveaways for the Victory Monday mug, Sabo Apparel t-shirt. We got the green light there, and maybe even a couple other things going on. So absolutely be here for the Wednesday show as well with me and Mike Ristano. My dad jumps in every once in a while on the Wednesday show as well when he's feeling up to it. We dial him in too. So yeah, guys, we're getting a little bit close. We're getting close to game time. Tajay reached out to me during the season. I have 2 tickets for a game this season. Oh, Tajay says he's got 2 tickets for a game this season. Dude, Tajay, I don't know. I feel like you fell from heaven into the Brownie postgame family, but I appreciate it, man. We'll definitely work something out. I don't think a Sabo Apparel shirt is maybe enough. I'm gonna have to do something really nice for you, man. You and your wife. Thank you so much for everything you've done so far for the channel and for everybody on Twitter. And I got to tell you, I love it. New subscriber, Joey Yushkevich. I don't say things right. Color Up is a new subscriber as well. Welcome to the Brownie Postgame family. I love it, guys. I want to tell you, this channel has been kind of a dream come true for us. It's something that my dad and I look forward to every week. We talk about what are we going to do on Brownie postgame. My dad's sending me articles every 15 minutes. I think it's just amazing. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the support there. And this channel's been a dream come true. It's been something I've gotten to meet so many cool people, so many cool Browns fans, forged like really great relationships. Jeff, what's going on? Really great relationships with new people, have become very good friends. Obviously definitely gives me and my dad something to talk. It's not like we wouldn't. By the way, guys, I know we go live for like a couple hours every week, but how many other conversations my dad and I have about the Browns, either just talking on the phone or text messages. It's pretty ridiculous. So, but this has been great. It's been great to have this channel and get it started. And thank you very much, Mary. I do. We're seeing a little bit of growth. I fully expect this is going to be our biggest year ever. Fully expect growth on Twitter, growth on YouTube. And, last year we were thinking about actually forging a new path and going away from YouTube and going to Twitch and Facebook because their partnership was easier to get. And, when I was accepted into the YouTube partnership program, it's just been wild. I mean, it's been euphoric knowing that we came here. This was the home base from day one with the first video, the first Avengers Infinity War video. that went and started kind of building the channel and growing, and now to be where we are today, having met so many people and having done so many things. I just think this is the greatest thing in the world. So appreciate everybody for being here. Mario G, go Browns. Yeah, it's almost time for popcorn. We got to get ready. I got to head out pretty soon. We're going to do everybody be back. I set the timer for the post-game show for 11 o'clock. I don't know if it's going to quite be that time. I'm probably going to go live at 11 no matter what. So even if the game isn't over, we'll go live. We'll be back. So if anybody wants to talk post-game show with the Browns, I think my dad's probably going to be sleeping at that point. I'm not gonna have him join that late. But anybody else, guys, be back for 11 o'clock for the post-game show, and we shall go from there. Thank you guys very much. Tajay Evans, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Congratulations, Megan, as well. It's funny how things like that happen. But thank you so much, both of you guys. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I think I gave shout-outs to everybody. I want to make sure everybody got them. And if you didn't, I apologize. Fernando Rodriguez, Zarmley. Who else do we got? Troy, got all you guys. I think I pretty much got everybody, but if there's anybody else that I didn't give a shout out today, I apologize. Thank you so much. You said my last name right. Not too many people say it right the first time. I don't know. This is dumb luck. But thank you guys so much for watching the pregame show. Appreciate it. We will see you for the postgame, so make sure you set your reminder when we go live. You'll get the notification on your mobile phone and everything like that, or get notification like when we're live. And we will see you 11 o'clock tonight for the post game. We probably won't be too long, but definitely want to talk about it, especially if anything big happens. Knock on wood, we all stay safe and we stay healthy today. God forbid anything bad happen. And yeah. So I appreciate it, guys. We will see you for the post game, and we'll see you soon. So yeah, bye.
City is on the brink tonight. We're about to go. I'm hearing the crowd begin to rise in stereo. Skies bringing on and getting in off the lake. Thunder rolls and all the people shouting out a name. We lighten the burning river fire, flames start to grow. My adrenaline keeps climbing higher, fuse about to blow. We feeding up the critics and love the hate, they don't know. Each storm made us stronger, so let it rain. every boy and girl. We are Cleveland, born to fight and believe it. We ride or die, I hear 'em screaming. Every boy and girl, every boy and girl, against the world.